So today what we're working on is subtracting mixed numbers. Before we get started, we need to remember that a whole number can be written as a fraction. 5/5 equals 1 whole. 2 halves equals 1 whole. 7/7 equals 1 whole. The numerators and denominators are equal. That's a whole number. Remember, you can go ahead and pause this at any time to complete your notes because I'm going to work through this fairly quickly. So what are the steps to subtracting or even adding fractions for that matter? Well, they stay the same. So yesterday we learned that we set up our problem vertically. We find the least common denominator, also known as the least common multiple, and we rename our fractions. Now, when we rename, we might have to regroup, which will be method 1 when subtracting mixed numbers, or we're going to convert to improper fractions. That's going to be method 2. And if you notice down here, I have my T-chart drawn, and this is what this is referring to. The next step would be to subtract, and you don't forget your whole number. And then, of course, you always simplify, whether it's making it in lowest terms or converting back to a mixed number. So this here is going to be part of your regrouping and improper, or using the improper fraction. So there's two different ways that you can subtract mixed numbers, and we're going to go over both of them. It is completely up to you to decide which one you prefer. So step 1, I've already completed. Step 2 is to find the least common denominator. Hey, this is really nice. The denominator has stayed the same. So actually step 1 and step 2, we're done. So actually, we do not have to really rename, but what we're going to do is, for method 1, we are going to regroup. Again, I just wrote down that we know that 1 has to equal 8/8, 2 halves, whatever it might be. So here's where this is going to come into play. So I'm going to regroup. Well, what I do is I am in the fraction place value column. So I'm going to go over to the ones column, and I'm going to take 1 from 5. That means I have 4. Now, what does that 1 regroup into? It regroups into a fraction. So 1 equals 6/6. So basically 5 is 4 6/6. Well, we're going to add that to our fraction of 1/6. So I end up with 4 7/6. So this 5 1/6 is now equal to 4 7/6. I've regrouped. Nice. Now I just take my second number and I place it here, and now look and see. I can subtract 5 from 7, whereas before I could not subtract 5 from 1, because now I go on to step 4 and I can do my subtraction. 7 minus 5 is 2 over 6, my least common denominator. 4 minus 1 is 3. Now, this is not in lowest terms, so I know they each share the factor 2. So that ends up equaling, don't forget your whole number. So 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 6 divided by 2 is 3. So it ends up equaling 3 1/3. Okay, so that's how we subtract mixed numbers by regrouping. Well, there is another method that we can do where we convert our mixed numbers into improper fractions, but we still follow our steps. It's lined up vertically, and we have the least common denominator, so we don't have to worry about that. So now it's time to work on method 2, that we rename our fractions into improper fractions. Alrighty, so how do I do that? Well, we learned that last week. That's where we took our denominator times our whole number, and then we add that to the numerator, and we end up with 31 over our least common denominator. So whatever we did here, we have to do that here as well. 6 times 1 is 6, plus 5 is 11 over the common denominator, and now I can subtract. So 31 minus 10 is 26. I do not leave any answers as an improper fraction, so I still have to simplify or convert. 6 goes into 20 3 times, and I end up with 3 2/6. This is not in the lowest terms, so I know I have to divide by the common factor, and it ends up being 3, and 2 divided by 2 is 1, 6 divided by 2 is 3, and it ends up being 3 1/3. Okay, so we're going to do a couple more just so that you can get the hang of it. So I've already got them written out here. So step 1 is always to write your problem vertically. Step 2 is least common denominator. Yay, I don't need to do step 2 because they're already common denominators. Step 3 is to rename by regrouping or by improper fraction. Well, we're in method 1, so this is the regroup way. Okay, so I cannot take 3 from 1 in fraction and my fraction place value, so I go to my ones, I take 1, and I end up with 2 equals 1 5/5, and I add that to this 1/5, and I end up with 1 6/5. 1 6/5 equals 2 1/5. This just makes it easier for me to subtract, because now when I put my second number here, I can see that I can take 3 from 6. So I do my subtraction working from right to left. 6 minus 3 is 3. Keep my common denominator. 1 minus 1, oh look, and that's my answer. So let's try it using the improper fraction method. Okay, so I rewrite 2 1/5 minus 1 3/5. So I'm renaming by making them improper fractions. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 1 is 11/5. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 3 is 8/5. Oh, this is when this second method works really nicely. 11 minus 8. I can do that because 8 is less than 11, and I end up with 3/5. And there's my answer. All right, one more, because this one is where we have to convert our least common denominator. Now remember, that's step 2 for a reason, so make sure that you keep your step 2 as step 2, okay? So here is 4 1/4 minus 1 3/8. Now, when I look at these, they do not have the same denominator, so the common denominator is 8. Now, this, remember, your whole numbers, always important, okay? So if I have 8 here, then I know that I'm going to have 1 3/8 here, because it's like I multiplied by 1. Now here, what did I multiply 4 by to get 8? I had to multiply it by 2 and 2. So here is my renamed fractional amount. Now, guess what? I still cannot subtract 3 from 2. So I have to do the regrouping. So that's where I come here. I'm in the fraction, and I head to the wholes. I take one whole, and I end up with 3 8/8, because 3 8/8 equals 4, and I add that to 2/8, so I end up with 3 10/8, I just bring this one right over, minus 1 3/8. And then I subtract, because now my numerator here is larger than my numerator here, so I take 10 minus 3 is 7/8. 3 minus 1 is 2, and there's my answer. It's a little bit of work, but it's regrouping. Well, let's try the one where we have to use an improper fraction. So 4 1/4 and 1 3/8. Okay, so guys, it's really important that you do the least common denominator before your improper fraction, because this will tell you if it's working. So we multiply by 2, and I end up with 4 2/8. Now I can do my improper fraction. So 8 times 1 plus 3 is 11/8. 8 times 4 is 32, plus 2 is 34/8. Now I subtract, I end up with 23/8, and here I convert back to a mixed number, and I end up with 2 7/8.